My name's Dawn, 54 years old. I'm currently retired. It's been 17 months since I had my weight loss surgery. I've struggled with my weight most of my life. For the past 10 years, I think, hitting menopause and such like. I had my thyroid removed and I had high blood pressure, so I was put on a lot of high heart medications and things, I think, and the weight just crept up. And with COVID and the lockdown and people not going anywhere, and the weight just crept up and up and up. Gaining so much weight had a massive impact on my life. Not just physically, emotionally, it's extremely depressing. You seek comfort in eating, all the while knowing that, that the more calories you put on, the bigger you're going to get. And because you're so physically big, your activity levels are zilch. I couldn't play with my grandchildren. I couldn't even manage the stairs very well. It had a massive impact on my life. Very, very depressing, very. I found out about weight loss surgery basically trawling the internet, looking for answers, looking at what I could do, how I could manage the weight that I'd gained, and knowing that I wasn't able to shift it myself. Initially, I sought advice from a GP about how to lose weight, and I was prescribed some oral medication that I couldn't tolerate. The side effects weren't for me, and if anything, they made me more miserable. When I was thinking about weight loss surgery, I didn't actually think it was going to be an option for me. And the last time I'd had surgery, unfortunately, I'd had a heart attack coming out of the anaesthesia, and so I didn't think that weight loss surgery was going to be an option for me. When it was decided that surgery was going to be an option for me, it had to be looked into, and I had to undergo further tests like angiograms and heart tests, and just to ensure that it was safe for me to be put under a general anaesthetic so that I could have the surgery, to ensure that everything was done safely. Having to undergo all the tests before it was decided that I could have surgery was a massive confidence boost for me. It was so reassuring. I knew that of course my health was of paramount importance to everybody, and they obviously wanted to make sure that I was going to be safe and that everything was going to be okay for me to have that surgery. Safety was extremely important when making my decision to have the surgery. Obviously, with having surgery previously and having a heart attack, I was extremely concerned that it wasn't going to work out well for me. So the safety aspect was of paramount importance. When I first made the appointment to discuss having some sort of bariatric surgery, Professor Alkafaf's team was so helpful and reassuring. Everybody was so helpful to me and just put me at ease. I wasn't a patient, I was a person. When I decided that I could have the operation, that's why I decided to go with Professor Alkafaf's team. Their due diligence made me feel extremely safe and knew that my life was in safe hands. Having gastric surgery has changed my life massively. Not just obviously the physical losing weight, it's the weight that's been lifted from my brain. It's changed every aspect of my life. The way I look at food, it's okay not to have to finish everything on your plate. I've been brought up in a generation where you didn't leave the table till everything was all gone. But now it's okay if you don't want to eat that. You don't have to finish it. I can sit down now, I can play with my grandchildren. I was 52 years old when I had the surgery, but I felt like I was 82. Nobody discusses like the impact that it has, not just on your weight. I mean, it affects other things, you know, like your personal hygiene, continence issues. I thought this is it. I'm an old lady. I couldn't get to the toilet in time. I couldn't get there fast enough. I couldn't cut my own toenails. Going to the bathroom's a struggle. Everything grows, but your arms don't get any longer. I can't even begin to explain how amazing this whole experience has been, and the impact that it's had. It's totally and utterly changed my life. Changed it. And I get emotional and I get upset, because I think to myself, if I'd have just done this earlier, I wasn't living, I was existing. And it was a pretty sad existence. I mean, they call it morbidly obese, and it really was morbid. Morbid life. No life. You've given me a life, and I'll never, all right, you're the surgeons and everything, and it's up to me, but without you, I couldn't have done it. I wouldn't have had the confidence. It's massive. It's changed my life completely. In the 12 months since having surgery, it's been a really positive experience for me. The support that I received from Professor Al-Ghafaf and his team, the dietitians, the nurses, the clinic, all have been fantastic. Knowing that I had their number and I could ring them whenever I needed to, should I have any problems. They were just there at the end of the phone, or I could email or anything. They were only a phone call away. I have absolutely no regrets having this surgery. And I think the only thing differently that I would have done is pursued this journey years ago, because I feel like I've been given a life.